In a world of predators and prey, Machiavelli revealed the ultimate secret. Power does not belong to the strong. It belongs to those who know when to be strong. To survive and to rule, one must be both the fox and the lion, cunning enough to deceive, strong enough to strike. This is Machiavelli's master code, the art of balancing intellect and instinct in a world built on deception. In The Prince, Machiavelli wrote that every ruler must learn from two animals: the fox, who knows how to avoid traps, and the lion, who knows how to scare away wolves. The fox is the mind, calculating, subtle, unseen. The lion is the body, forceful, commanding, feared. But the tragedy of power is this: most men choose one and die as both. The lion roars until he's hunted. The fox schemes until he's caught. Machiavelli's genius was in knowing that to truly rule, you must become both predator and phantom. Power often disguises itself as courage, but Machiavelli warned that raw strength without strategy is suicide. The lion depends on fear, and fear fades. One act of mercy, one sign of weakness, and the wolves return. Strength alone cannot rule for long, because brute force commands obedience, but never loyalty. That's where the fox enters, the mind that bends perception itself. The fox doesn't fight. He whispers. He plants ideas in silence. He turns enemies into puppets and the battlefield into a stage. Machiavelli saw deceit not as evil, but as survival. He wrote, "A prince must know how to disguise his nature. The fox wins wars before they begin. He studies men, their greed, their vanity, their fear, and uses them as weapons. To the fox, truth is not sacred. It is strategic. Honesty is a mask worn when useful. Because to move unseen in a world of wolves, you must sometimes walk among them in silence. But cunning alone cannot build an empire. At some point, words must turn to war. The lion knows when silence ends, when to strike, not to prove power, but to preserve it. Force, when used sparingly and with precision, creates the myth of invincibility. People don't follow those who speak. They follow those who act, without hesitation, without apology. Machiavelli taught, mercy is admired until it breeds rebellion. The lion's roar must remind the world, kindness has limits. The greatest rulers mastered the art of duality, to be terrifying and graceful, to smile while commanding fear. Machiavelli's perfect prince walks a razor's edge. He deceives with a smile and kills with elegance. He never shows anger, only control. He never begs, only allows. Every gesture, every word, every silence is a weapon cloaked in diplomacy. Because power, when done correctly, does not look like power at all. To Machiavelli, morality was a tool, not a cage. He believed that those who cling to virtue in all things become victims of those who do not. The world rewards perception, not purity. The fox manipulates virtue, the lion enforces it, and those who worship goodness blindly end up ruled by those who understand its cost. He wrote, "It is better to appear merciful, faithful, humane, religious, and upright, but to be ready to act otherwise when necessity demands." The prince wears morality as armor, but never forgets that steel lies beneath silk. Machiavelli pitied those who believed that truth and justice alone could rule. He watched idealists rise, only to be destroyed by realists. History, he said, belongs not to the kind, but to the cunning. The fox survives when the lion bleeds. The lion conquers when the fox hesitates. Those who cannot adapt between the two are destined to serve both. To rule is to act beyond emotion. To survive is to see through illusion. In the end, Machiavelli's code is not about cruelty, but control. To know when to deceive and when to command, when to whisper and when to roar, when to strike and when to smile. That is the highest form of intelligence, not emotionless, but disciplined. Because those who master both beasts within become untouchable. As Machiavelli would say, the one who can wear both faces of power commands the world that sees only one. Power without cunning is blind. Cunning without strength is hollow. But the man who masters both becomes legend. He is not cruel. He is necessary. Not good, not evil. Simply inevitable. This was Machiavelli's truth, the master code of power, hidden in the mind of every ruler and buried in the soul of every survivor. This is Silent Echoes,